welcome back to my channel. I have a little bit of a different video for you guys today, but it's super satisfying, I thought, to record the process of me pouring candles. And I have told you guys previously that I'm not really doing my candle business much anymore, but I did have an order for 72 candles for baby shower favors. So I wanted to go ahead and get these poured, and I figured you guys might enjoy watching the process because it's super satisfying. So the first thing I started out with was putting my Wic stickers on. These are the little stickers that help the candle wick adhere to the bottom of the jar. I also have this little white device that allows me to stick the wicks inside of it, and it helps me to place them right in the center of the jar. And this is something I discovered at the very beginning of my candle making journey several years back, and it has been a lifesaver for being able to very quickly place the candle wicks right in the center.
Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Bruises, they come and they go, and we have to try and keep up, 'cause this life's so much more.
Once all the wicks were placed, it was time to start pouring the candles. So you guys will notice that I have a couple of outfit changes throughout this video because I had to complete it over several days. Unfortunately, a lot of the candle suppliers have been hit with supply chain issues and labor shortages and all of that stuff. So I have to order my candle supplies and have them mailed to me, and they just were shipped in like 3 or 4 different stages, and some of the stuff I never even got in time. So anyway, we made it work and we figured it out, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get a super satisfying shot of everything done for you guys because the day before the baby shower I was still waiting on some of my supplies to come in. I ended up having to improvise. It all worked out perfectly, but that is why I don't have an awesome satisfying shot for you guys of all of the candles together, because I had to bring most of them over so that they could be labeled and then come back for the rest, because my customer was actually putting their own labels instead of having me do them on this day. But at the end I will have a shot for you guys of how the labels ended up turning out. The customer was actually really happy because she had placed this order with me very last minute, because the week before the baby shower the favors she had ordered were canceled, and so she was looking for someone else. I guess they had a supply issue and she was looking for someone else to do favors for her, and she remembered that I did candles, and so me being able to do these on such late notice was a lifesaver for her. So she was totally fine that the last couple ended up having to be a different fragrance, and I had to deliver those to the baby shower on time rather than the day before with everything else, because she totally understood since she contacted me very last minute and I had warned her ahead of time that everything might not arrive in time. But it all ended up working out just perfectly and we were able to get it all done.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
case I have any Chandlers, aka candle makers, in the crowd watching this video and you want to know where I got my wick holders, my husband actually custom made these for me. He designed them on the computer and then 3D printed them, so unfortunately I can't give you guys a link or anything to purchase them, but I do know there are companies out there now will make custom wick holders for your jars, because 3D printing is so prevalent now. When we made these, there wasn't really any options for us, so it was nice that he was able to make them, but there are companies out there, if you search, that will do it for you. So do a Google search and you should be able to find them, but unfortunately I don't have a link for you.
To them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
To trim all the wicks on my candles, so I just went through and removed all the wick holders and trimmed down all of my wicks, and then I went ahead and put the lids on the jars.
Daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days. Daydreamer, kidnap me, have me running barefoot.
This probably wasn't the best, most satisfying candle pouring session I could have done for you guys, because I was actually kind of inefficient with the way I was doing things on the stage, simply because of waiting for supplies to arrive and all of that. There were some things that I did, I boxed stuff up and then I went back and did the other part, where normally I would have done it all at once and then boxed it up. So here I am just putting the labels on the jars that were already in the boxes and then putting them back in the boxes, and now all of these are completely ready to go since the customer is doing their own decorative label for the lid.
Happy without you, I know that it won't be long. You'll try to play that same old song, but I won't be around, I won't listen, my dear, 'cause I moved along, I'm free.
Since the last little batch of these candles were having to be finished up the day before the baby shower, I decided to go ahead and put my warning labels on the bottom before I poured them so they'd be ready to go. And the next day, whenever I was getting ready to do everything, I went ahead and put my wick holders on first instead of waiting to pour them. Now, with the small candles and using my pour pitcher, it's so hard to pour in this tiny hole, but I do have a little icing cake decorator type. It's like, I think for candy and icing, that I actually use for doing my melts, and I decided to use it for this. So this last little batch was super efficient for me to get together and pour, because as you guys can see here I am using the little dessert thing, and this thing is so clean. I don't have to worry about dropping anything. I definitely should have been using this from the beginning for these little ones, but at the time I was pouring more at once and it doesn't hold as much as my pour pitcher, but this definitely still would have been more efficient if I had been using this from the beginning. Now I am doing some wax melts because I had poured a little bit extra more than what I needed. But now that I'm watching myself here, I'm realizing I don't know what I was thinking, because I don't use the same wax for my melts as I do for my candles. So I'm definitely out of practice. I don't know what I was thinking. And I did a little time lapse for you guys to show these last set of candles hardening up and how the color changes, and they go from this golden color to the white. And to me, this is such a satisfying shot. I always love watching that. And here is just a little overview of how they had the favor set up at the baby shower and how it all turned out. It was really super cute, and they were definitely a huge hit. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you really enjoyed it and found it motivating in some way. I'll have more videos on the screen if you guys want to watch more, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.